South Carolina Republican primary in the rearview mirror. Nikki Haley is focused on the Great Lakes state now. The former UN ambassador is vowing to stay in the race despite losing in her home state to former President Donald Trump. But Haley's fight will become only more difficult as a major donor network is pulling its support. Meanwhile, the upcoming primaries will test President Biden's ability to navigate dissent within his own party over his response to Israel's war with Hamas. NBC's Alice Barr is on Capitol Hill with the latest.
After sweeping to victory in South Carolina's Republican primary over the weekend, former President Trump has his sights set on the general election.
If I had the right to do it, I'd do it tomorrow. I'd say we're having an election tomorrow.
The home state loss for Nikki Haley, followed by a potentially even more damaging blow. The powerful Koch network saying it will stop funding her presidential bid. Nevertheless, she's campaigning in Michigan ahead of tomorrow's primary and calling out Donald Trump.
He, as a Republican incumbent, didn't get 40% of the vote of the primary. And so the issue at hand is he's not going to get the 40% if he's going and calling out my supporters and saying they're barred permanently from MAGA.
Some Michigan progressives are pushing to have Democrats vote uncommitted over President Biden on Tuesday in protest of his support for Israel's war against Hamas amid the devastation in Gaza. The critical swing state's Democratic governor weighing in.
There's a lot of pain all across all of these communities. It's important not to lose sight of the fact that any vote that's not cast for Joe Biden supports a second Trump term.
The Biden campaign out with a new ad accusing former President Trump of sabotaging a bipartisan border security bill.
Donald Trump roots against America every chance he gets.
Polls show the border and immigration are a top issue for voters and a key vulnerability for President Biden. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Thank you, Alice, for that. And 3 U.S. officials tell NBC News the Biden administration is considering new actions to make it tougher for migrants to claim asylum. Tomorrow, the president is set to host top congressional leaders at the White House to press for more funding for Ukraine and Israel and to avert a looming government shutdown.